Next naman, under ng na ating lesson is the the analyzing domestic capability. So as we discussed kanina, ayan, dun sa lesson 1.1 natin, um, yung lahat ng bansa, okay, we are all blessed with different resources and capabilities. So now, it's up to us or for the people to harness those resources and capabilities, especially yung potential na meron yung bansa natin. So now, yung government natin and our leaders must see yung mga opportunities na yon, they must harness the resource, develop it, and make it exportable. Okay. So this can all be accomplished through a process called international market research. Okay. Now, what is an international market research? Again, from the word research. So parang pinag-aaralan nila. Pinag-aaralan ang international market. Okay? So it is a key area in the field of exporting where business and economy analyze the potential demand and for their target country of export. Ang gagawin ng international market research, yung pag-aaralan nila, i-analyze nila, ito bang products natin ay bebenta ba? Kapag nilagay ba natin sa ibang bansa? Kapag ba in-export nila from us? Ayan. O kaya naman, meron bang potential itong services na ito sa ibang bansa? So, yun. So, that is basically the international market research. Now, once, syempre, yung need ay na-determine, ayan, syempre, meron pang um, mga maraming bagay na kailangan isipin at i-consider before you import or export it to other countries. Like for example, ano yung mga licensing aspects, um, kung halimbawa sa service ba yan, gaano ba karaming workforce ang kailangan, ite-train ba sila, uh, can are we capable of delivering or for this particular or specific amount of time. So yun. So sobrang dami pang kailangan i-consider, hindi lang siya dahil may product ka, i-import mo or i-export mo, ganun na, tapos na. Hindi siya ganun. So, marami pa din kailangan pag-aaral. That is basically the work na ginagawa sa international market research. Now, this is the process in the international market research. Para ka lang din gumagawa ng thesis. Ganon. So, yun. So, if you know that, siguro magigets mo na to, di ba? So, again, number one, you have to develop research questions. Parang gagawa ka ng, yung ginagawa mo, statement of the problem, and then you're going to create your own questions. You have to look for areas of opportunity within a market. Tingnan natin, ano ba yung mga possible na i-import at i-export. And then, itong process na to will drill down a large selection ng market to fewer para dun muna tayo mag-concentrate for the meantime. So, yun, di ba, imagine niyo parang pagka gumawa kayo ng thesis, di ba may scope yan? So, yun. So, halimbawa, ang target market mo or ang target na respondents mo, college students. Hindi naman pwedeng lahat lang ng college students. So, i i-ano mo pa yan, i-drill down mo pa yan, okay, to fewer markets. Gusto mo ba Metro Manila lang ng college students? Or gusto mo ba Bulacan lang? Kung sa Bulacan lang, i-drill down mo pa yan. BSU lang ba? PUP? STI? So those are the process that happens there. Okay, before you create your research questions. Next is, syempre may questions ka na, you already identified each of those, you have to conduct the research. It deals with the actual research. So yun. So um, uh, you will conduct the research in the foreign marketplace through surveys. Ayan naman ang typical na ginagawa natin. Actual interviews. Talagang pumupunta ka doon, ini-interview mo talaga. Immersion on the international market. So lahat ito ay ginagawa in the primary market research method. So yun, in this process. And then, now, si company ngayon will gather data through second-hand sources like yung mga kung meron ng mga related literature, mga studies na ginawa before about this. Ayan. So, ngayon, yung option na yon, ginagawa lang siya para makapag-spend ng mas mababa. So, yun. Kasi alam mo na meron nang nag-research na ibang tao. So, yun. So, next is review potential markets. Now, yung mga data na nag-gather from the primary and the secondary market research, ayan, from developing research question at conducting research, um, Gagamitin na ito and ite-test for consistent growth, whether specific regions should be targeted or not, what is the type of consumer demand, and even the regional competitors will also be considered in this phase. Okay? So, ipapatest mo na yan for a specific group of people. So, yun. Tapos, um, ano, titingnan mo kung anong region ba yung dapat napuntahan or dapat napag-aralan muna 'to or i-apply muna 'to. And then, ano yung demand nila kasi iba-iba yan per region. So, yun. So, the business needs to ensure all areas are covered before going to the final phase of the market research. And the final phase is the developing an export plan. Siyempre, si export plan, ang gagawin nito ay it will now be developed containing all the details such as strategies, operational plans, capitalization, and funding. Ayan. So, tayo kukuha ng fund kasi we're now going to export. So, this will be presented to the foreign target country and would wait approval. So, kapag ka nagbigay ka na, ganito po yung mga amount, ganito po siya, um, where are we going to get the funding? So, yun. So, tapos, syempre, ipapasa yon sa government ng ibang country and then they're going to approve it. Now, you have to take note that these projects are usually viewed as long term. Hindi siya madali na dapat etong parang isang sem lang. So, hindi siya gano'n. So, ang research talaga minsan it takes years para maging successful or fully makuha kung ano yung sagot sa mga na-develop na research questions. So, yun. So, minsan nga yun yung mga approval, ganyan. Syempre, di ba, hindi lang naman iyon ang trabaho ng government in a particular country. So, sometimes it takes months yung process ng approval and even year bago pa siya ma-approve. So, yun. So, that is basically the process in the international market research. Let's proceed with our lesson 2.1, which is the assessing export industries. Now, let's see. Ano ba yung mga ginagamit ayan, to assess the export industry in a particular country? The first one is the export potential map. Okay, what is an export potential map? It provides rapid and robust results for finding suppliers, markets, and products with untapped export potential, as well as promising opportunities of product diversification. Through an export potential map, the product possibilities across the globe are scanned for potentials. For example, you have a product in your country, tapos um, ipag-aaralan mo siya if possible ba siya na bumenta sa bansa na yon. Okay. So, kaya siya, titingnan mo yung potential ng isang produkto or ng service. Now, for example, ayan, halimbawa you conducted an export potential, when you see an export potential map, ang nakalagay doon, halimbawa si Colombia, ang export potential niya, it covers 11 billion of coffee products worldwide. Okay, ibig sabihin, yung potential na meron or makapag-supply si Colombia for the whole world, ayan. So, they cover 11 billion of coffee products. So, yun. So, they provide, ayan, sabi nga dito, di ba, they provide results when you want to ask or to get suppliers, yan, markets and the products. So, yun. So, makikita mo yan lahat sa export potential map. So, nakalagay dyan na itong bansa na to, ito yung possible, or ito yung may potential sila na ma-export nila from their country. So, that is the export potential map. Next is the market analysis map. Market analysis, ayan, from the word itself, it is simply positioning map. It illustrates the range of positions that a market can take, that a product can take in the market based on two dimensions that are important to the customers. So, see, market analysis, it is brought upon by market research and it helps place a variety of different brands, diba? Iba-iba na brands of businesses in terms of how they try to compete. Now, ito yung sinasabi na two dimensions na important to the customer. So the way the market works is it takes two dimensions and then tries to judge where the brands would fit in terms of the choices made for those dimensions. Now, The popular choice of dimension would be the difference between the low price, ayan, and the highest price. So basically, dito tumitingin yung mga consumers. Isa ito sa dimension yung prices. Now, minsan yun nga, yung when we look at the prices, yun din yung ah parang ah doon din natin perceive if yung quality ng product. So, yung two dimensions na yun would be the prices and the quality. Ayan, the most basic or the standard to the highest quality. Now, using the market analysis map, businesses can closely match the positioning of their products against their competitors. So that is a market analysis map. Next naman is Export Performance Index or the EPI. Ayan. The Export Performance Index, it is used to assess and monitor the different dimensions of export performance and product competitiveness in sectors and regions. Sa Export Performance Index, so ang export performance ng isang country ay mini-measure by the changes of its market shares and are assessed in volume terms. For example, kapag kayong mga euro, yan, pag tumaas ang euro, lahat ng products or services na connected sa European market shares mag-increase din temporarily in their value. Okay, so that is the Export Performance Index. Titingnan mo yung export performance ng isang bansa, ayan, through yung changes sa kanilang market shares, especially in the international level. So that is the EPI. Again, for for the for assessing the export industries, we have export potential map wherein you can see what are the possible products and services na ang isang na pwedeng or may potential na may export ang isang products. Sa market analysis, you're going to look for the market. Ayan, kung saan naman pwedeng i-supply itong mga products and services na ito. And Export Performance Index, you're going to see the export performance of the country through sa kanilang changes sa market shares and the volume terms.